If you have any interest in relocating to the Round Rock area, then this video is for you. Today, we're going to be covering housing prices. We're going to be talking about commute times. We're going to be talking about school districts, activities to do with your families, everything you need to know about living in Round Rock and what life is like. So stay tuned for this one. Let's start with just a generic map outline of Round Rock so you can get your bearings. Here is downtown Austin. Here is I-35. And as you go all the way up from I-35 from downtown Austin, you hit Round Rock. Round Rock is right up here. So it's a fairly large city up in North Austin, and I-35 just cuts all the way through. So the city itself is fairly large. It's still being actively built out right now. Round Rock is right here. You have a couple other major suburbs that you've probably heard of. Cedar Park, which is going to be just to the east, it's right around there. You have Pflugerville, which is right around here. And then the Austin city limits is kind of like this. This is basically the Austin city limits down here. So it's just an A for Austin, C for Cedar Park, and a P for Pflugerville. So Round Rock, you can see, is kind of tucked in between here. Up here to the north, we have Georgetown. So up here is Georgetown. And then up here, this is Leander. So these are going to be your major suburbs to the north. You also have to the east, you have Hutto. Probably heard of Hutto. Hutto is booming like crazy out there. It's a lot of new construction. So to just paint the picture of how Austin has developed, the land to the west of Austin starts getting what we call the hill country here. And the hill country is really carved out by major rivers and lakes to the west. So you can see right here, this lake right through here, this is Lake Travis. This is the go-to lake if you wanted to go boating in the Austin area. So you have Lake Travis, you have the Colorado River that flows all the way down through downtown, and this whole western area, especially down here, so let's call it right here, this is very expensive, very hilly, beautiful homes. So when they were developing Austin, people wanted the best land first, obviously. So they developed the west out right next to that water, and that was some of the first developments that came up. And then as time moved on and they really built out west, they slowly made their way east. So the west side of Austin over here, this is going to be your expensive side. So this is where you get the multi-million-dollar homes when you hear of celebrities that are moving to Austin coming to the west side. And then over here to the east side, this is where the land gets more flat. This is where you have a lot of those new construction communities going on. That's where your starter homes are going to be. This is where the Tesla factory is, the Samsung factory. They go out east so they can buy these huge pieces of land and make a lot of manufacturing on it. So that's kind of the generic outline for how Austin has developed over the years. The reason I went so far into the history of Austin is because it lays out what Round Rock is like today. So Cedar Park, for example, is very similar to Round Rock. Again, Cedar Park is right around here. You know, they're pretty much the same distance from Austin. If you're trying to commute to downtown, very, very similar. And Cedar Park was starting to get built out in the 60s and 70s and really finished around the 90s. Again, because the further west you get, the nicer the land is. So that got built out first. Round Rock started getting built out probably in the 70s as well, but it really started booming in the late 90s, even until today. So even today, there are still a lot of new homes being built in Round Rock, especially on this north side and on this east side. This is where we're seeing a lot of the construction. To put it in perspective, Cedar Park had no single family home new construction in 2023, and Round Rock had about 13% of all homes sold in 2023 were new construction. So there's definitely still a lot of new construction coming in Round. And that is because as time goes on, things are slowly moving east. So Cedar Park, extremely built out. Round Rock still has been built out for a long time, but still continuing to be built out. And then as you keep going east, you got Hutto, you got Pflugerville, you got Maynard, you have Elgin right over here, you have Taylor up here. These communities, especially over here, are very early on in their development cycles. So Taylor and Elgin are farmland for miles, and then homes, and then farmland, and then homes. Those starting to get a little more built out. Maynard's starting to get more built out. So just Austin is progressing from west to east. And you're going to find that throughout Round Rock. If you're going to stay right around here, around the I-35, very built out. The further east you go, if you end up over here on the east side towards 130, our toll road, it's less built out. There's more farmland, there's more open area. You know, homes are going to be cheaper in that area. So that's definitely something to consider. That is a very high level overview of how Austin has developed over the years. It will definitely play into what kind of areas you're looking for a home in Round Rock. So you might be wondering what home values are like in Round Rock, and these are 2023 numbers. The average 3-bed, 2-bath Round Rock was about 1,800 square feet and sold for $400,000. A 4-bed, 3-bath was 2,600 square feet and sold for $550,000. A 5-bed, 4-bath is typically 3,100 square feet, and it's sold for $682,000. So those are the values of 2023 of all homes sold in Round Rock. One thing that's interesting about these numbers is the home sizes are very similar to Cedar Park. Again, they're very similar areas. They're the same distance from downtown. They have very similar demographics. But the homes in Cedar Park cost 10% more than the homes in Round Rock. That's because Cedar Park is more established. There's less new construction. For those reasons, that's why Cedar Park homes are more expensive than Round Rock. So that's definitely something to consider, is price point, size of home, and ultimately that might help you decide where you want to live in terms of the suburbs of Austin. Let's talk about commute to downtown. So Round Rock, again, is just off of I-35. This is I-35 right here. So there's a very common way for people to get to downtown right there. Your second option is to take Mopac, which is Highway 1. It's off to the west. And those are your two main options to get to downtown. And people choose I-35 because it's convenience, and other people choose Mopac because it's typically less traveled, and it also has toll roads. So the toll road is just right off to the side of the main road. So you can opt to use the toll road, or you don't have to use the toll road, but the tolls will get you there faster. So many people opt to use Mopac for that reason. I-35 does not have any options for tolls, and it can get pretty backed up. So it's nice being in Round Rock where you can pretty easily get to either one of these toll roads. You're very close. So that is definitely a perk of being in Round Rock. Another option is to take the 130 toll. This really depends on where you need to work and where you need to go to. So this is the 130 toll. The whole road is a toll road. It doesn't go through downtown. So if you wanted to go to downtown, you would maybe just cut off right here off of East MLK, get in that way. But it depends where your home is. If your home is over here on the east side, that might be an easier commute to go this way rather than going this way down. If you are commuting to downtown, you can expect anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour commute. And that largely depends on what part of town you're in. If you're going to be in South Round Rock, if you're going to be North Round Rock, depends on the traffic, Depends on the time of day. There's a lot of factors that go into how long your commute is. One thing I like about North Austin is there's quite a few employers that are not located downtown, that are located up north. So your commute time is significantly less if you're coming to Round Rock to one of these employers up north. You don't have to go all the way to downtown. So the two major hubs for employers are going to be in the Domain in North Austin, which is right there. And in there, you'll find companies like VRBO, Indeed, Charles Schwab, Amazon, Facebook. Companies like that have offices in the Domain area, and there's lots more that are coming. They're actively building more office space. So there could very easily in the future be expanding that number of companies that have office space there. So the Domain is the first major hub for employment up north. The second is Dell, and Dell is located right around there. And Dell, the computer company, was founded in Austin, in Round Rock, and has been here since the 80s. It's a major employer for the area. So I know many people that live in Round Rock and work at Dell, and it's a very short commute. Depending on what part of Round Rock you're in, it can be very short to get to Dell, and they employ thousands, maybe tens of thousands of employees in the Austin Round Rock area. So that is definitely something to consider, is where you're going to be commuting to. And it's nice that you potentially have options that don't require you to go all the way to downtown. One thing that everyone seems to know about Round Rock is the quality of their school districts. Round Rock School District is rated #2 school district in Williamson County. It is an overall A rating school district by niche.com, and Niche rates Round Rock as the number 17 best city to raise a family in the entire country. The median household income in Round Rock is around $91,000. The unemployment in Round Rock is about 2.7%. That is among the lowest in the whole Austin metro. So families in Round Rock are making very high wages, and there's very low unemployment throughout the whole city of Round Rock. So you might want to move to the suburbs to get a little more space, but you still like those walkable downtown strips that tend not to be in a lot of suburbs. Well, lucky for you, Round Rock definitely has that. And the reason for that is Round Rock was developed as its own city first before becoming a suburb. So there was already a main street here. It was founded in the 1850s. So there's these old historic buildings. It's walkable. There's some restaurants, there's some bars. It's really some really nice downtown areas that you can take the whole family. You can go for a night out. A lot of options. So that is located right around here. Right through here is downtown Round Rock. And again, it's a nice, quaint little downtown. It's not too big. It's not too overdeveloped. It's a really great time, and it's a great family-friendly environment. My absolute favorite place in downtown Round Rock is Round Rock Donuts. It is a local donut shop. It's been here for a very long time, since 1926. They have some of the best donuts I have ever had in my entire life. It is truly just amazing. I'm going to pull it up here so you know what I'm talking about. They have this amazing orange glazed donut. They have just, it's mouth-watering. It's this very light donut. You can just shove the whole thing in your mouth in one bite. I do that all the time. But Round Rock Donuts has me going back multiple times every single month. It's just amazing. One thing you might not typically do with donuts, you might be inclined to get the chocolate cover or the maple glaze or things like that. I'm telling you, the best donut they have on their menu is the plain donut. So next time you go to Round Rock Donuts, just get the plain ones. It is plenty sweet. It is amazing. You don't need all of the fancy little things that come on, chocolate and sprinkles and things like that. Just go plain. It might be personal preference, but I'm very biased. I love the plain donut. There's absolutely something you've got to try once. It is this Texas-sized donut. It is huge. You Can't really tell here, but you see the inside of the donut, the donut hole, that is the size of their regular donuts. So the hole in the middle is the size of a normal donut, and the actual donut is like this big. So definitely get that at least once, and you're going to want to share that with a few other people. But Round Rock Donuts is a must see whenever you're in town visiting Round Rock. Old Settlers Park is one of the best aspects of living in Round Rock. You can see it's this massive, massive park. Old Settlers Park has 640 acres and hosts a number of local events and festivals. It's got playgrounds, it's got tennis courts, it's got baseball diamonds. It has everything. It's got a pond in the middle. There's a ton of open space. It's a great place to go walk your dog. There's trails that run throughout the whole thing. If you want to get out with the family, it's a great, great option as well. Right around Old Settlers Park, you're going to have a lot of different options of things to do. You're going to have the Round Rock Express, Kalahari, and Salt Lake Barbecue. Those are just within minutes of Old Settlers Park. So if you're looking to kill an afternoon, this is where you got to be. A couple of my other favorite things to do in Round Rock is go to the Round Rock Express games. Round Rock Express is the minor league baseball team of the Houston Astros, and it's located in Round Rock. It's a great environment for families. They seat a ton of people. They have a lot of cool special nights, like they have a dog night. They have fireworks every Friday night. So it's a really cool environment. I love going to those baseball games, and it's nice. It's a minor league team, so the stadium's small. It's kind of a tight-knit feel, and the people of Round Rock love their baseball. So it's always a great time. And right across the street from Round Rock Express is Kalahari, which is another major attraction here in Round Rock. This is one of the country's largest indoor water parks. It is just absolutely massive. It's like a jungle gym indoors. There's a lot of other stuff to do other than the water parks, but there's ropes courses, just some amazing things. This opened in 2021 and it's been booked ever since. It's packed constantly. If you go on the last 2 hours that it's open of the day, you get a steep discounted ticket. So if you got a lot of kids that you're trying to take, definitely try to get in right before they close. You can get a very cheap ticket. Again, that's Kalahari. It's right across the street from the Round Rock Express baseball stadium. And then one last thing that you need to check out in this area is Salt Lake Barbecue. It is just this block of Palm Valley Boulevard is just packed. You got the baseball diamond, you got Kalahari, and you got Salt Lake. Salt Lake is one of our top barbecue spots in all of Austin, and it's located right there in Round Rock. And it is just amazing. If you like barbecue, you gotta check out Salt Lake. It's some really amazing food, some amazing sides, and I'm a fan. I love it. The last thing to check out while you're in Round Rock is some shopping. And the best spot to do it is the Round Rock Outlets. This is on the northern end of Round Rock. I'll just give you some perspective of where this is. So this is more or less Round Rock. So it's on the most north end, and it's right off I-35, and there are a ton of stores through here. There's all your major stores like Nike and Adidas, H&M. They got all of the major stores you would ever want, and they have some great deals. It's an outlet mall, so you've got a ton of options. As you can see here, you got Nike, Coach, Bauer, Boss, Aeropostale, and tons more. So the Round Rock outlets are awesome. We do a lot of our shopping there. So that wraps it up for this video about Round Rock. If you have any specific questions about Round Rock or the surrounding suburbs, feel free to reach out and give me a call. Again, my name's Connor. I'm a local real estate agent here in the Austin area. My contact info is right below. So if you need anything real estate related, if you have any questions about Round Rock, please give me a call or shoot me an email. I'm here to help. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.